if she was to just accept herself how she is, flaws and all, she can start to grow.
Right. Right.
Not
Well,
trying to read, not trying to meditate. All of those things there are being done as to what someone else wants you to do, rather than, and she says she would want to do those things, but she's motivated to do those things because she wants to be who you want her to be. Or I'm sorry, not who you want her to be, but what she wants to be, who you desire, rather than being herself.
Right.
And I'm telling
But you,
her she's good enough, and the idea that there's nothing about you that needs to change. When I say that, I mean the essence of who you are, it needs to be valued first. Before we go making any changes, we need to have acceptance.
hmm,
We have to accept ourselves for who we are in essence before we start perfecting anything. We have to figure out who we are first.
I,
Be that
I
first,
can agree with
then
that.
start fixing. Be that first, then start fixing things.
hey, Leah, don't
Yeah, but
disrespect
we've been trying to
me.
do this
Don't
for the
assume.
past.
Don't assume. I
Okay.
don't give a fuck. Hey, my admins, I don't give a fuck if I'm cool with somebody, but we ain't gonna paint no scenarios up in here. And I'm gonna start getting rid of admins because I don't know why the fuck y'all be letting shit slide and shit. Niggas is getting too comfortable in my motherfucking comments. We ain't gonna do none of that. All right, go ahead, baby.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Yeah, because they try to paint it a
Well, you were
different
saying
aspect
we
of
were
a
trying.
double
You saying we
standard.
were trying
They,
something. We
they,
were
they,
trying
they try to
something.
they try to reverse the roles. But if Armani was saying everything I was saying, she would be praised for it. But here I go being a man that loves himself more than I love anybody else. I love myself to a point to where somebody wants to be in my life, they're gonna have to change certain things about themselves to be able to be in my loophole. It's more so to the point to where it's like if Armani was saying that, they'd be like, yeah, that's right, girl. If they ain't doing right, if they're not being who they need to be, you either need to leave them or they need to get it together. So, but when I left Armani, it's like, how could you leave Armani? She been loyal to you. It took you 14. Like it's a double standard. You know, it's just a double standard when it comes to everything dealing with a woman that's loved. Which I'm glad that she's loved, but at the same time, it's about standing on the side of the truth. If we really want to help Armani, then we got to be honest with Armani. And
Right,
can nobody hinder your own growth but you,
right.
but
You're
you.
absolutely
And
right.
Mhm.
we
There's a
keep on
double
putting the
standard.
power. We keep on putting the
Yeah,
power in somebody's hands other than herself. We want
right.
somebody to blame. We want a bad guy. Like we want to make it like, oh, well, it's his fault. He's holding her back, but that's
No,
not
no, it's
true.
definitely not
But
your fault. No.
nobody
No.
wants to say, wait a minute, what Capone is saying is 100% correct, and he's really holding himself back
Right. No, no.
because
This
Yeah,
is
that's
let's
true.
make that clear right now. No one can make you do anything. Armani's not being held against her will. She's doing what she wants to do, and he has standards for himself that he wants
bingo.
her to meet, or anyone that comes in his life. He wants them to have a certain standard to be around him, and that's just him loving himself. So
Bingo.
he holds her.
Bingo.
He holds her to a certain standard, as people do that love
That love
themselves.
himself. And if she did that, bro, if exactly what you just now said, if she said that, everybody
Right.
would say, yes, Armani. Yes, girl. Finally.
No,
But
it's
I'm
nothing
saying,
wrong with that. I just think that we need to keep reminding people that you're just holding her to your standards, and she's trying to meet those standards when that's not something that she's actually capable of.
I think she's capable of it.
Yeah,
She,
I'm capable of it if I stay consistent in it. Because, like I said, when I'm consistent, I'm good. Yes, I am.
I think
that's
Okay.
she's
not. It's
capable of
not. It's not. It's not for you. I could tell you that I'm going to be an NBA basketball player. I'm capable of that. But the probabilities of that being true, 14 years.
But we
14
haven't been
years.
in a relationship 14 years. So hold
How
on, I
long
got
have you
all this
been in a
other
relationship,
narrative.
TK?
So we started to be in a relationship as a boyfriend and girlfriend because she's been my best friend for 14 years. All my supporters know that. We started being in a relationship about 6 years ago. But this journey we've been on started when I was in prison. So all this stuff, like this new journey of finding self and having knowledge of self and loving yourself, this is all in the last 4 years.
Right, and that's you leveling up, right?
That's me leveling
And
up.
you're leveling up and trying to get her to level up with you when the relationship, you understand what I'm saying? It's some, like I told you, we're in a relationship with someone is a form of transportation to get us from point A to point B. And sometimes we stay in the level of a relationship that we've vibrated higher than.
Right.
You've taken off, and now here is your standards. And you're saying to her, you need to come up here. And she's
Right.
like, I can't come up there, but I'm being consumed with the idea of someone else being for you. So at the same time, she's incapable of doing it because of that. She has to do it on her own.
Bingo, that's it. You said it.
Yeah.
Everything I'm trying to say, you fucking said it. I don't know how Nature Boy's relationships don't be working because no, I'm playing Dr. Bishop. No, Dr. Bishop, you're cool, bro. Like.
I try to help him. I try to help him.
No, you actually said it, though. Like you said everything. That's it.
Yeah. You have standards.
However, if the shoe was on the other foot, it's easier because I got 90% women who watch me. It's easier to watch it from a woman's perspective. So if I went to prison and Armani elevated mentally and emotionally and spiritually, and I'm still hanging out with the fellas, still doing the same old shit that niggas do. And she said, well, you're not coming up to my level. I have a standard now. And if you're not coming up to my standard, even after 14 years of us being best friends, I'm going to leave you. They'd be like, you right, girl. You standing up. So they just seen it from a man, and that's what makes it more different. Like, wait a minute, he got to be gay. How could he leave Armani? Or how could he be like that with her? Just accept her as she is. She's good enough. Like, we want to give her like roses and like she's a beautiful woman. She's loyal, but we want to like make her feel good instead of just giving her shit that's gonna cut. And if it cut, it can get down in there. We can put disinfectant oil up in it, and we can get her cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Like we shouldn't cover up the issues.
All right, so let me ask you a question. TKO. Are you ready to let go? Because it's not serving you anymore on that level.
No, I'm not, to be honest. No.
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, take your time.
See, that's kind of what the part that I don't understand. If I'm not serving anything in your life anymore,
no, that's not
then
true.
part of then okay, hold on.
Yeah, don't say
To a
that.
certain extent. Okay, so to a certain extent I do. But in other ways I do not. So part of your self-love, why
Would be letting.
wouldn't we just
All right. So TKO, before you answer that, let me say this. There's this analogy that goes, when an airplane is in the sky, it will keep circling in the sky, right? Until the landing strip is empty, right? And so all of your blessings are on the other side of your fears, which means that your blessings are circling up in the sky like this, ready to land, but your landing strip is not empty. So what's for you is on the other side of your fears.
Hey, we about to cut this short. There's a lot of disrespect going on. So I've been trying to give y'all show content and shit like that. And all my administrators is letting a lot of people to slide and say a lot of bullshit. And it's just a lot of disrespect that's going on. You know, we trying to bring y'all some shit. And in my room, this is my room. You know that
if you want to give me admin, I can do it too.
Now you shouldn't even have to be kicking nobody. You know, you shouldn't. I mean, my administrators should be up on it. You know, they should be up.
I feel one thing I've noticed about the chat is that although it's chaotic and it's not controlled, that you control it when you become vulnerable. I noticed that they start liking you when you're vulnerable, but when you get like defensive then they start going harder. But
Yeah,
when you
I'm
like
one.
become vulnerable and when you're able to express to them what makes
Mhm.
sense, then they're like, I agree. And so,
Right.
of course, they go through the emotional things as well. And I
But we don't
feel
got to
like,
do that. But what we doing right now in front of 5,000 people, we don't got to do this, and we doing that. That should sit back and try to get an understanding instead of trying to be critical of what they feel like it is. I feel like that's fair. We
right,
giving them
yeah,
something that's been done before, right here. So,
right.
you know, if you
So,
watching
like I was
television,
saying, that
not,
landing, that
go ahead.
landing, that all of your blessings are on the other side of your fears. So, take your time, however long it takes you, whatever needs
Mhm.
to happen to trigger. This is just a seed.
Right.
But I would say to Korea, hang in there and be a friend and know that people are transitioning and everything doesn't come easy. Things that are valuable
Mhm.
take more substance, whether that's money, whether that's, time. Things that are valuable don't come easy, right? So don't expect things to be easy if you want them to be valuable. If you want to get some Walmart clothes, you go to Walmart, you wash them one time, it shrinks. But you go pay more money for something valuable so it lasts longer. So things that are valuable are resilient. And so your relationship has to be tested. And you're being tested to see if you guys are meant to be, because you test uh, the strength of a relationship by its resilience. So what you have went through and overcame is what makes you valuable. So just hang in there. I know you have the ability. I read your chart. You're going to, and
Right. Hold on 1 second, because I feel like we going far without her. She asked me a question. Can you reiterate that question again?
Um, I said, so in certain ways, I don't serve a purpose in your life. Not in all ways, but in certain ways, I don't. So part of your self love,
Hmm.
if in ways that I don't serve you, in the ways that you may need it most, why wouldn't you let me go and we just part ways?
Well, that's subjective when you said in ways that I need the most. If that's the case, then like I said, it takes me back to the 80/20 law. You know, if I told you that loyalty means everything to me, and I don't get that with nobody, you get what I'm saying? So we can't say that's the most. You got to stop downplaying
TKO.
yourself.
I don't want to
It's like,
cut you off,
hold on,
TKO.
hold
I
on,
don't.
hold on. Let me hold on. We building right now. Let me just say this. Um, if if you have a kind heart, you have a good spirit, and you loyal, and I've never been able to find that in any woman outside of you. Not to say it's not coming, or I'm not going to experience that with Korea or whoever else. But what I'm saying is, why would you downplay yourself just because you might not have these certain other qualities that another woman may have? Just because such and such may have this quality, it doesn't change who you are being the good woman that you are. You are perfectly fine being that type of woman. The only things that I encourage you to do and change is put more love into yourself. And I'm supposed to do that being your man. Anybody that's a true man, he's going to tell you how to build up your mental. He's going to encourage you and give you the knowledge and wisdom that's needed so you can be your best woman. But when it comes to who you was born to be, a loyal, sweethearted woman, that's fucking better than anything. So stop
Right.
downplaying your saying somebody else is better with that or may
Okay,
have
I'm
more.
well. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying a relationship wise. I'm
Well,
not able to give you what you need in a relationship wise. I can be your friend. I can be loyal. I can always be here for you. So we can do that instead of being in a relationship.
Okay,
and
but you
I
say,
want to say this, TKO. I gotta go.
hold
I gotta go. I have
on,
to go. I just want to say this. And I have to leave. Um, you said
right,
something about an 80/20 law. And right
right,
now, I'm going to say this and I got to go because I got other things to do.
right.
Korea's your 80, Armani's your 20. Gotta go.
All right. So once again, you know, the thing that the problems that we have, Queen, is you get in your emotions and you speak things like right now. You speak things, but then you'll come back and say something totally opposite. So I don't know what I'm getting from you right now. I don't know if I'm getting because of what is these things are feeling and making you feel. Because instead of building yourself up, you would say that you're everything that you're not. Like you're focused on the negative things. When I don't see that in you. I see that you can do it. I see that you are capable of healing yourself and doing what's needed to make you a better woman. Not for me, but being a better woman. And that's what you are you going to stick to what you're saying and then we can just be friends? Or are you going to really examine what you're saying and saying, wait a minute, hold on. What he's asking of me, the same thing I should be asking of myself, and I want that for myself. And that's just an easy way because I'm in my feelings right now. And such is saying that you're only 20, I'm only 20, and he just need to go and find the love of his life because I'm not good enough. Which one am I getting? Am I getting you speaking from your true self or from your emotions?
I'm not saying that I'm not good enough. I'm just saying it's a
Because there's
certain thing.
no fucking way you only 20. So, but
No,
if so, but if that's the narrative, if this conversation what we're having right now in front of people, I just don't want you to say something publicly and then come to me behind the scenes and switch it all up and be something you see what I'm saying? I don't like that. I want you to be your
yeah.
true self. Don't speak from your emotions. So if you want to be friends, then we need to be friends. I've told you this a million times. I told you this last week. I told you this a couple of days ago. Then we can be friends and it stays there and we'll never be with each other again. If that's what you feel is necessary for us. But don't switch up because you know I love you and I will never turn my back upon you. And it's like you take me back and forth because one minute you may say something like that, but then you don't want that. Then you're like, no, I can get it together. I am getting together. I am praying. I am reading. I don't. And then me being who I am, just like everybody on this app sees that. Even people who do me wrong, I accept back. I'll be sitting on the panel with somebody who just disrespected me yesterday. So with somebody with you that's not disrespecting me that I love for the last 14 years, it's hard for me just to be like, nah, I can't give you another chance. But you're not about to sit up here and play with me either.
Right.
So you need
I don't.
so you need to let me know and let on it. If you want to be just friends, then stand on that shit.
But that's the thing. I don't want to just be friends. But listening to all of that,
That's what I'm saying.
everything
But
with you and
that's what I'm saying, Queen. But you got to. I'm telling you to go off of what you feel. The audience don't want to hear what people are encouraging you to say, or me encouraging you. We want to know Armani's true feelings because we don't get this Armani. We don't get Armani speaking to the crowd. So fuck what everybody is saying. Much love to Dr. Bishop. That's a blessing. Much love to me for being your best friend. But fuck all of that. How does Armani truly feel? That's what we want.
um I don't think you would want me to say this publicly. So that's why I'm not saying anything.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna push you to say anything, but when you do say certain things publicly that you don't really feel, it just creates the narrative even more. You see what I'm saying? You because you know what people want. People who don't support us, people who don't like us, people who don't even understand, people who's never even had a real person in their life. A lot of people want the scenario that was just not created. They want that, and you get what I'm saying. So I just want you to be your true self. Whether you
What is
we
it?
got
What
to
is this scenario? What I'm asking you?
nah, never mind. They get it. The people get it.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't ever not want to be without you, but it's like I've been, well, I haven't really been working to fix myself. But when I do, like, I love you more than anything. And it's just very difficult for me. It's things that are very difficult for me.
What? So I actually know the questions. I actually know the answers to these questions I'm asking you. So it's kind of rhetorical. But I'm gonna see if you really know the answers to it. If you learn from us building, is the problems other people, or the scenario, or the situation, or is the problems things that you're dealing with on the inside, or not dealing with?
It's things that I create in my head. It's things that I have not dealt with. Like I said, I'm most of the time always living in the past and or living in the future of what's going to happen or what could happen.
Right, right. And you feel, you're threatened by things of the past, and you think that I would want to leave. What you're, all right. So like, I'll tell you this off. I always talk to you like this. The things that you're very threatened by are the opposite of the reality. You're so busy living in the past, you can't even enjoy what you have. You have what a lot of people want. So you actually have it, but you can't even realize you have it because you're so worried about what you didn't have. That doesn't make sense. When I wasn't who I am today, you wanted this type of man. Now that you got this type of man, you worried about how the past is, and you can't even enjoy the man that you have.
I can agree with that to a certain extent.
So what do we have to do, Queen? What do we have to do, love, to help you be in the moment, to help you build the moment, to help you heal from your past, to help you live in the moment so you can have the joy that doesn't come from me, that only comes from you. Only you can have this love, to feel this love and get the joy. It doesn't come from relationships because you got everything. I did monogamous with you. I said just me and you, fuck everybody else. I gave you everything. It didn't work out. None of that never worked. None of that never worked out. So that lets you know you don't get your happiness, you don't get your joy from external things. You only can get it from healing and doing the work yourself. I've always taught you that.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you heal from living in the past to being in the present moment so you can have the feel fulfilled and have the joy that you I can't say deserve because you only deserve what you get, what you give. But how do you heal that, Queen? Right now, we're teaching a lot of people. We got almost 6,000 people in here. It's people that really need to hear that. Of course, it's going to be spectators and people being critical, but it's some people that need to hear that because they're going through the same exact thing that you're going through, Armani.
I gotta work on me. I gotta focus on me. I gotta read these books, give myself knowledge, meditate, pray. I just really need to focus on myself, and I'm too focused and invested in what you are doing in your personal life and what you are doing with other people. I'm too invested in that.
Right. Right. So even though this is our first conversation live on this level, you do understand we always have this conversation a million times. I
Yeah.
don't think they know that we just not have this conversation what yesterday or 2 days ago. We talk like this all the time. But when are we gonna get to a place of action, Queen? I need action from you, Queen. You need action from you, Queen.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be so weird because it's like
Could it be
on
that
one
we're
hand,
could it be that we're
no,
around could it be that we're around each other and that's what makes it hard for you and you just need to we need to separate and I make sure you good and you be on your own and figure out some things? Could it be that? Because we live in the same home?
it could
Or
be.
do you think that even with us living in the same home, you're gonna be somewhere window licking?
It could be both, honestly, because I do. On one hand, it's like I want something. Like everything that we work towards. On one hand, I want that, but then on another hand, it's like I want something different. So I'm like in the middle. I'm torn in between the middle of certain things.
Mm, mm, okay. So, the reason why, I had let you go in the past is because of you being confused and torn in the middle. I felt like the best choice for me to make to let you go was to help yourself too. Because if you're torn in between, which I see everything for what it is, but I know that you don't have the strength to do what you need to do. So I walk away to stop hindering myself and to stop hindering you. How did you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Because I know I got crucified. That's the first time that Instagram went ape shit on me. Everybody went ape shit up on me because they didn't understand the bigger picture. But everybody thought I was wrong because all they could see that you've been down for me 14 years, but they never once said y'all been down for each other 14 years. But just because you're down for somebody doesn't make it a good relationship if it's no
Right.
peace. And
Right.
right now, if I have my peace and I'm doing what I need to do to have my peace, you deserve that. If you put the work in, I want you to have that same peace that I have.
Right.
So if you can't do that while you're with me, I think that you should do what's necessary for you. But if you feel like you're not even going to do that, if you, it's I think we got to a place where you became so codependent on me, and with me knowing that, that's what makes me be so compassionate for you to say, let me just be patient with you. I believe in you. I'm not going to give up on you. However, what I always say to you, only you can do so much if you gave up on yourself. I can love you. I can be compassionate. I can be patient. But if you're not going to do the work while I'm being patient, then it's almost like I'm the dummy and I'm hindering myself. I'm hindering other relationships. I'm just hindering everything around me because I love you so much to where I'm not going to make you feel like you're abandoned, like I've turned my back upon you.
But that's the thing. I don't think I would feel abandoned because I know right now in this point in our lives, it's not getting any better. And so I don't think I'm codependent. I don't not want to be with you. I don't not want you to be in my life. But I don't think I'm codependent because I mean you haven't when you were in prison, I was still able to talk to you on the phone, but you weren't here in real life.
Right, right. But that's where something changed at. Like I've always told you, the person that you've become, it changed during that time. I don't know what's going on because I don't know if you don't communicate. I don't know if you're holding something. I don't know if something dramatic happened to you that's very personal, but it's something that's changed between the time of me going to prison and now, and you're holding on to that dark entity, and it's not allowing you to be that butterfly that I know you're capable of being.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know, maybe I do just need to be by myself for a little bit. Not saying that I don't ever not want to be with you, but
You don't
maybe I do need,
Oh no,
huh?
you don't have to reiterate or reassure me that you want to be with me. That's the problem. You don't want me to feel a certain type of way. It's about how you feel and what's necessary for you. Stop being like that, Queen.
Right, but when you said that what I said in front of all these people, what I'm saying, like, then it's gonna be done. And I don't know. I don't like those words. I don't like you saying those words to me. Like it's just gonna be done. Like that's just gonna be it.
No, see,
But I do feel like maybe we do need some space. Maybe we do need to be away from each other for a little bit.
look, Queen. When I say, all right, so when I say, you know what I want from you. You know what I want from you. The same thing that you want for yourself. And when I don't see this life without you. I know you don't see this life without me. It's just a simple fact that I love you enough to let you go and be done with you if I know that's gonna bring you ultimately the happiness that you need.
Okay.
But but not that's where it's really hard for me at. That's where it's really hard for me at because I feel like where you at right now mentally, you're not able to really understand you hear what I'm saying, but you're not able to understand what I'm saying. So it seems like I'm giving up on you, but I'm not giving up on you. Is that I'm me saying that is showing you that I'm
I
not
know
giving
you're
up on you.
I know you're not giving up on me. Like you're loving yourself. You're putting yourself first. And I get that. I completely understand that.
But I'm not just putting myself first. I'm
You're
helping you to
allowing
put
you're loving me enough to let me go so that I can put myself first and you're putting yourself first. You're loving yourself more just the way I need to start loving myself more. I completely understand everything that you're saying and there's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, people are gonna have double standard no matter what. But there's nothing wrong with that. And I accept it.
but I'm not saying I'm letting you go and I'm done with you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying whatever you feel is necessary for you that you have the strength to do, that I'm gonna support it. So if you feel like you can work that out with just being separated, or if you feel like you can work that out with us not being separated, I'm gonna stand in your corner. Like I said, I'm loyal. Fuck what everybody else got to say, even if that's hindering me. Whatever I got to do to make sure that you good, I'm gonna do whatever you want. So just let me know, and you don't have to be up here too much more. I don't want you to, I don't want you, breaking down in front of everybody and things of that nature. I don't want you to feel pressured or anything like that.
I'm not breaking
But
down.
however, I do feel like what we're doing, even though we're gonna get a lot of scrutiny from it, it's gonna be a lot of people in the comments and on YouTube and trying to tear us apart. I feel like there's a lot of gems that was released today that can help a lot of people.
I
Because you're
agree
not the
too.
only that I'm not the only person to go through what I'm going through. Human, this is relatable. Our relationship is relatable. A lot of
Yeah.
people are going through and been through this, so I just want to encourage you. I know that you can get it. Like I said, I disagree with Dr. Bishop when he said that you're incapable, because we haven't
I
been working on. Oh, go ahead, Queen.
no, I was just agreeing. I know that I'm capable if I stay consistent. I just don't stay consistent. That's where the problem lies.
You got it, Queen. So just stay encouraged, and we'll talk offline about any decisions we may make further. But I would never be in front of everybody and tell you that I'm done with you, or either in any type of way like that. It's just that I want to get an understanding from you. If that's how you felt, or in any type of way, now I want to get that understanding. Or if you want to tell me something off the line, we could do it that way too. It's just that, but don't ever feel like don't ever feel like that, because you know how I
Okay.
am with you. I never turn my back on you, no matter what.
Yeah, I know. I know. Same with me. I wouldn't either.
All right, all right. Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. All right, love y'all.